Well, here we go again, and Boris is locking England down for a second time, paradoxically just as Wales is opening up again, but we'll pass over that for the time being. And why is this happening? Boris says that it's all because of medical advice, scientific advice, but it's nothing to do with science. These are not scientists who are advising the government, they're mathematical modellers, and mathematical modelling isn't science, it's garbage in and garbage out. They're professors of guesswork. That's why Boris is accepting their advice. They're guessing what's going to happen in the future. And they're wrong spectacularly already on their latest predictions, because the number of infections is spectacularly lower than they were predicting only a week ago. 6 months ago, we didn't know much about COVID-19. Now we know quite a lot about it. First of all, we know that 98 or 99% of people aren't going to suffer any severe symptoms at all. And those who are going to die from it in some shape or form have all, or virtually all, got severe underlying conditions of a dangerous kind. We know that 40% of those who die from or with COVID are over 85. Another 30% are between 75 and 84, and another 15% are over 65. So if you're under 65, the chances of suffering any severe complications from COVID are very, very small. So why are we therefore closing the entire country down and wrecking the economy and destroying businesses? So who's opposing all this nonsense? Well, it's certainly not the Tories, it's not Labour, it's not the Liberals, it's not Plaid, it's not the SNP or any of the establishment parties, but UKIP is opposing the lockdown. And who's benefiting from the lockdown? Well, it's not the people who are losing their jobs or losing their businesses, losing their livelihoods and maybe losing their homes. The biggest winner is Mr. Jeff Bezos of Amazon.com, whose wealth has gone up by $70 billion in the last 6 months. It's not the politicians or the so-called experts who are going to suffer. It's you, the ordinary man and woman in the street and in the workplace. You're going to pay the biggest price for this. So why are the politicians doing this? Well, I think it's largely because they want to save face. They've taken catastrophically wrong decisions, and they have to carry on taking catastrophically wrong decisions, otherwise they'll be rumbled. But although the government says that scientists are behind the lockdown, actually a very large number of real scientists, epidemiologists, like Professor Sunetra Gupta of Oxford University, Sir David Spiegelhalter of Cambridge, Professor Hugh Ferguson, and many others who signed the so-called Great Barrington Declaration, they say that we should shield the vulnerable and not lock down the country. We have to learn to live with the virus until or if a vaccine can be produced. UKIP supported the scientists behind the Great Barrington Declaration from the very outset at the beginning of October. And if, like me, you think it's a disaster to close down the economy, and you think it's a great invasion of civil liberties, get involved. Come and join UKIP, and let's carry on the fight against the establishment, just as we did on Brexit, and together we will win.